The Holy Grail and Hayling Island have a very interesting series of contacts. We'll begin with the Romans. The interesting thing about religions or cults is they build one building on top of another. In the case of Hayling Island, it's wonderful because you have Vespasian building a Roman temple with a 7-story tower on top of an old Celtic temple. But Vespasian also appears in one of the first Gnostic Gospels. This is that of Joseph of Arimathea. Now, in that Gospel, Joseph gets the Grail, and in it he puts the blood of Jesus. He's allowed to take the body away from the cross. And he's then put in prison. But he's then released. And what he does is cure the Emperor Vespasian of leprosy. This is the legend. He then goes with the Grail to the south of France, Sarras in the Arthurian legends. He then brings it to Glastonbury. Now, if he's sailing from Normandy and taking it to Glastonbury, I would personally land at Hayling Island, the old Roman port. And then, if we're going on with the Grail, we've got all the legends begin, and of Arthur, with Celtic, mainly Welsh minstrels, connecting with the other similar language in Brittany and Normandy. And the minstrels cross the Channel in the 10th century. And then the Normans bring back the influence when they take over Britain. So all the time we're seeing Hayling Island as a form of conduit, a port, with these Grail legends coming one way, another way, and the Normans spreading them when they take England, and it becomes more important at that point. And then there seems to be in St. Mary's Church, St. Mary the Virgin, very important as part of the Grail legend. There seems to be a bust, a sculpture of Eleanor of Aquitaine. Now, her court and Mary of Champagne's, her daughter, these spread the Grail legend everywhere, of these passing, wandering minstrels. They were always received at court, and it was through that, with all the crusaders going through, that these legends and the belief in the Grail became the great moving force of the Crusades. And now we come to really something which is very important in the church, and that is the prior's tomb. On it we have a Floreate cross. Now that is a Templar symbol. The priory on Hayling Island was established by the Norman Abbey of Jumièges. And this is part of the connection again between the Normans and Hayling Island. And it was a Benedictine priory, black monks, and they were very connected with the Crusades. And that is why on the prior's tomb you will find a symbol of the Crusades, which is the flowering cross. It also looks like the hilt of a sword, but that's part of its motif. And at the time you will find the major orders, the Cistercians and the Benedictines, supporters of the armed struggle against Islam. They are, as you may say, onward Christian soldiers, and that is their motif. And so the prior's tomb, you will find, is part of the militant church of the time. The Normans were part of it. In fact, they even had their invasion of England designated as an early crusade. I mean, they had the Pope's backing. And you will find this motif very important in the church of the time. And you will find it spread all across Europe, for this is the time of the Crusades. Outside in the churchyard of St. Mary's, you will find 19th century gravestones with the same memorial on it, the flowering cross or cross sword. You'll find that as 19th century Victorian tombs. Why? They're still actually following the Grail in a sense. By this time, militant Christianity is the ethic of the Victorian Empire. And you will find the church very much backing the state and the spread of Christianity, or the quest of the Grail, or whatever it's called, going on again in the 19th century.